Hello and welcome. I'm Ray Church, and you're watching the Trey Hart Learning Channel. Today we're going to talk about learning to play a musical instrument. Stick around. Yes, you heard it right. Learning to play a musical instrument. Some people say, well, I'm too old to start learning a musical instrument. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about why you're not and why you should start learning a musical instrument. The truth is nobody is too old to start learning to play a musical instrument. Why is learning to play a musical instrument good for you? So first, I'm going to talk a little bit about the science of how playing an instrument is helpful to you. Over the years, neuroscientists have used different things to try to figure out how the brain works. And truthfully, everybody's still learning. But they've used things such as the fMRI scan and PET scans to see how the brain activates when a person performs a certain function. For example, if you start tapping your foot or tapping your hand, it activates a certain portion of your brain. Neuroscientists have discovered that, for example, when you listen to music, that it's like a party is going on in your head. The multiple places in your head is activated. So when they did the same thing and they were evaluating a person who plays an instrument, they discovered that more than a party was going on. That not only did this activate more of their brain functions, that it activated other things like the visual, the auditory, and the motor cortex at one time. And so all of these were activated. Not only were these activated, but the full brain, the left-hand side and the right-hand side, were activated. And they discovered that the corpus callosum part of your brain, which is this little area in the back of your brain, was activated a lot more. The corpus callosum is what transfers information from one side of your brain to the other side of your brain. So they discovered that all of these areas were activated. So that's a little bit about the science of why playing an instrument is good for you. Now, let's talk about some of the reasons why. So the first reason that people should start playing an instrument, it improves your performance on your cognitive tasks. Now, scientists have discovered that this improves everybody's performance. But one of the things that they discovered is that for people that are 65 years and older, that if they've been playing an instrument or learning to play an instrument for 4 to 5 months for about an hour a week, so it's not a lot of time, that this improved their cognitive tasks. Basically, it improved their memory. As they became more active, that these effects were long-lasting as well. So in the group study, they studied people that were 65 to about 80, and they found out that this not only helped their cognitive tasks, but it also improved their IQ. Now, the number 2 reason for doing this is it increases the capacity for your memory. Basically, whether you're an adult or a child and you start learning an instrument, it helps the mind become more alert. It helps your memory starts to become more sharp. So, for instance, in children that have started to learn to play instruments, that if they went on to start to learn foreign languages, it increases their foreign language ability to learn more than somebody who didn't learn to play an instrument. The number 3 reason to learn to play an instrument is This refines your time management and organizational skills. Whenever you start to learn to play an instrument, and basically anything that's new to you, you need to learn the skills that are involved in doing that. So when you organize your time so that you can spend a certain portion of that time every day learning that skill. So this helps you learn your time management and organizational skills. The fourth reason for learning is it enhances your coordination. Now the coordination is controlled by one side of your brain, and this helps increase your motor skills. By reading musical notes on a page, you're activating one portion of your brain, and by playing your musical instrument, you're activating another portion of your brain, and both of these have to be activated and work simultaneously. So this improves your coordination. For example, if you are playing a guitar, this would increase your coordination of learning how to play a guitar while you're reading the music or you're looking at the tablature, as it's sometimes called. The fifth reason for doing this, especially amongst the children, is that it increases your mathematical abilities. Now, one of the things that they've discovered is that when you learn music theory and its aspects, that many of the aspects of musical theory are associated with math. And when you learn like whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, all of these are associated with math. So it improves your mathematical skills. Not only will it improve your mathematical skills, but it improves any person's mathematical skills that is learning it. The sixth reason for learning a new instrument is it fosters self-expression. Now, as a person starts to learn musical instruments, first off, they start off by learning by books. And some of the books that they use teach them the theory on whatever instrument that they're learning. For instance, one of the instruments that I like playing is the guitar. And I've included in some of the information below one of the books that I used to start learning how to play the guitar. Now, when I learned some of this information and built up my skills like the chords and stuff like that, then I went on to watch some YouTube videos on how to play the guitars. And one of my most favorite ones, and I'm also going to put that in the link below, is by a young lady who does guitar teaching. It is all chords, and she shows you how to do the chords and how to strum in time with the chords using modern music. And it's Forever Faithful, and she has not paid me to include her site in the link below. But I'm going to put a link below, and if you would like to go to it, you can do. But as you get better at learning any instrument, you start putting your own techniques into it. So it fosters a self-expression of this. The seventh benefit of learning a new music, or learning to play an instrument, is that it fosters health benefits. Now people say, well, what health benefits can learning to play an instrument have for me? Well, learning to play an instrument can be very calming. It can reduce the blood pressure of the person that plays it. Sometimes it gives people an outlet. If they're having issues that are going on throughout the day and they need a place to go and relax, then they go and pick up their instrument, and it gives them an outlet to go to. Now, one of the facts that if the musical instrument that you so happen to want to learn to play is drums, did you know that if you played the drums for about 90 minutes, you will lose about 500 calories? So, or not lose, you will burn up about 500 calories. Now 500 calories in 90 minutes, that's pretty good. And that's just from playing the drums. The 8th reason for learning to play an instrument is it teaches you discipline, responsibility, and perseverance. Learning an instrument, learning to play anything, whether it's the guitar like myself, or the flute, or the violin, or the drums, it takes discipline. It takes responsibility, and it takes perseverance. When you learn to play a music instrument and you're first learning, you're going to make mistakes. And as you learn more about it, your mistakes are less and less. So it teaches you to persevere. It teaches you that discipline. And this is why it is also good for children to learn an instrument. It teaches them discipline, responsibility, and perseverance. The 9th reason for learning an instrument, I kind of mentioned in the health, is it relieves stress. Learning to play an instrument is a great stress reliever. It helps, it gives you a place to go to, something to do instead of holding in your stress. It allows you to release your stress. And this also goes into the self-expression. You're learning to play an instrument and you've got that stress built up. That helps you get that self-expression, helps you release that stress with that. And the 10th reason for learning an instrument is, it's just plain fun. Learning an instrument is pretty good and it's fun to do. And somewhere in this video, hopefully you will have heard some of the guitar things that I've done. And if you're a professional guitar player or even a modern guitar player, you're going to notice that I've made a few mistakes, and that's fine. But it's just plain fun. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope it's something that maybe you would like to do. So I've put some links below to the guitar that I use to play. I'll put some links below to a recorder, how you can pick those up. And the fortunate thing is recorders are cheap. The guitar that I use is a fairly cheap guitar, but it's I like it, it's nicer. And I've also put some links below to where you can learn to play the recorder, and some links below to starting the guitar, and also to the Forever Faithful videos, that once you get some of your chords down, you can go onto her site and start practicing some of the modern tunes. And hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you like it, please press the like button below. And if you're not a current subscriber, please subscribe and pass this on. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.